Hello lovely viewers, welcome to my channel. Hope your day is so well. If you like the video, don't forget to subscribe the channel. Drew Scott's rare photo of both of his kids Parker and Piper shows the artistic way they bond. Drew Scott and Linda Phan's children share one major thing in common. No, it's not their adorable bedhead, it's their love of music. In case you missed it, on April 14, Scott shared a couple of super sweet photos of his and Phan's two kids. He shared the update with the caption reading, "This is why I call them P&P Music Factory." In the photo and video, we see Lil Parker playing his lil piano and with Piper playing a toy accordion, showing off their budding musical skills. While it's the first time we've seen Piper get her groove on, we've seen Parker show off his love for music time and time again. For instance, back in August 2022, we saw Parker be hypnotized by his mama's guitar playing. They posted it with the caption reading, "Front row seats to this show." Parker's got connections after that. Back in 2023, Scott shared a seriously heartwarming snapshot of his son with his grandpa with the caption, "Jam sesh with grandpa." For those who don't know, Scott and Phan met at a Toronto Fashion Week event in 2010, hitting it off soon after. They later married in 2018. After 12 years together, they welcomed their son Parker James, born in May 2022, specifically on their 4th wedding anniversary. In early 2024, they announced they were expecting another baby, and on June 5, 2024, they welcomed their daughter Piper Ray. Back in 2023, during an interview with Drew and Jonathan, Drew talked about what being a father meant to him. "I don't want to be the dad who's off filming and works all the time. The traditional stereotypes are not of interest to me. Linda and I both want to be impactful in Parker's growth," he said. "There's no perfect parent or perfect dad, and families look different for everyone. As long as you're someone who's giving your all, giving a lot of love, showing love, and encouraging your kids to be kind, you're doing the job." Before you go, check out all the times Drew Scott and Linda Phan gave a glimpse into life with their son, Parker. Drew Scott and Linda Phan introduced their son Parker to the fun of building at Legoland. Working in the home renovation business isn't easy, so HGTV's Drew Scott is taking baby steps to convince his 2-year-old son Parker to follow in his footsteps one day. Because what's a more fun way to build them with Legos? Scott and his wife Linda Phan brought their eldest son to Legoland this week, and the pictures are so cute. Build some great family memories at Legoland, California. #VillageLand California, Scott captioned the photos on Instagram, which is a top-notch dad joke, though. In the pictures, Scott and Phan smile through a hole in a Lego brick wall, with Parker sitting inside the circular hole with his bucket hat pulled over his eyes. The rest of his colorful outfit includes a blue cloud patterned sweater, patterned brown pants, purple socks, and yellow sneakers. In slide 2, the Property Brothers co-host and Parker admire a Lego creation featuring Parker-sized Lego eggs with green dinosaurs bursting out the top. As Scott looks at the two dinosaurs on either side of his son, Parker looks down to check out the egg in the middle. Parker looks out over a Lego town in another photo and rides a carousel with his mom in the next snap. The last photo shows Parker reaching out toward a huge, Loch Ness monster Lego bursting out of the water. Parker reaches his hand over as if he's going to pet the impressive creature. What a fearless kid. The official Property Brothers account commented on the sweet post, "Builder bro in the making. Parker needs his own spin-off series. You have such a beautiful family, Drew. Parker looks like he is going to be the next Property Brother." One person commented. Someone else wrote, "So cool. Get them building early." Drew, who also shares daughter Piper, 9 months, with Phan, often shares funny and relatable parenting content on his page. In October, he shared a funny moment of what happens when dad is in charge for the day. In a video set to Miley Cyrus's Wrecking Ball, Parker hangs out on a sensory swing in the living room as Scott gently pushes him toward a magnetic block tower. "Who needs a demolition crew when you have a toddler?" he quipped in the caption. In a video shared this month, Scott posted a compilation video set to Anxiety by Doechii, in which Parker and Piper keep their dad on his toes as they try to open the back door, ride around on scooters, and knocking over blocks. Parental exhaustion is what helps us cope with the anxiety #parenting, Scott captioned the adorable video. With this much fun to be had, we would be shocked if Parker and Piper didn't grow up to be builders. Property Brothers star shares rare photo of 10-month-old daughter. Drew Scott gave fans a rare inside glimpse of his life as a new dad when he shared a photograph of his newborn daughter on Instagram. The Property Brothers real estate guru explained the snap of his little girl Piper watching as he strummed a guitar. Posted on Instagram on Sunday, March 8, was in honor of International Women's Day. The HGTV host wrote, 10 months ago, this little nugget made me a #girldad, and my heart has never been so full. I'm so grateful that Piper is surrounded by strong women and amazing role models, he added, alongside a carousel of family moments that included a photo with his wife, Linda Phan, another shot with his mother, Joanne Scott, and an image of his mother-in-law holding little Piper. Scott, 45, and Phan, 38, first met 15 years ago at Toronto Fashion Week. In May 2018, the couple got married in Italy. On May 5, 2022, the couple's 4th wedding anniversary, they welcomed their first child together, a son named Parker, who was born via IVF. When it comes to IVF, I wish someone told me that there's such a supportive community, Phan, a podcast producer, told Reveal magazine at the time. That was the thing I leaned into the most and I appreciate the most. Scott and Phan, who announced in January 2024 that they were again growing their family, welcomed their second child, Piper, 4 months later, on May 21. I get a lot of mixed advice about being a girl dad, Scott admitted in a post on Drew and Jonathan, the blog he shares with his twin brother and Property Brothers co-host. Some people say that it's the best thing, and others are warning me to look out. All I know is I am excited to experience whatever is to come with Piper. Drew Scott shares heartfelt post about his daughter. HGTV star Drew Scott shared a heartfelt post about his daughter, Piper Ray, whom he shares with his wife, Linda Phan. Scott took to his Instagram account to celebrate International Women's Day on March 8. He uploaded pictures of his daughter, Phan, his mother, and Phan's mother, as reported by Today. 10 months ago, this little nugget made me a #girldad, and my heart has never been so full. I'm so grateful that Piper is surrounded by strong women and amazing role models. #International Women's Day, read the caption of the post. Fans shared they appreciated Drew Scott's post. Several fans took to the comments section to share they appreciated Scott's post. Your little girl is precious and surrounded by so much love, wrote a commenter. Amazing women in your family, truly blessed, shared another. Your beautiful little girl is growing up so fast. I know she is surrounded by so much love, commented a different person. Piper is so very blessed to have you for a dad, Drew, and to be surrounded by all these incredibly beautiful and amazing women, commented a social media user. Drew Scott shared how his son Parker reacted to the arrival of Piper Ray. Scott shared that he and his wife had welcomed Piper in a June 2024 Instagram upload. Our family of 3 has become 4. Piper Ray, I love you with all my heart, wrote Scott in the post's caption. While speaking to Collider in August 2024, Scott shared how his son, Parker, 2, initially felt about his sister. According to the father of 2, Parker was a little trepidatious when interacting with his sister. He didn't know what to expect. It's almost like he thought she was gonna hurt him or something, and then he was getting a little jealous. Who's this lady coming along and stealing my time? I'm the most important one in this house, said Scott to the publication. He said that his son now loves spending time with Piper Ray. Now he's at the point where he seems to just want to spend every minute with her. He wants to nuzzle up with her and kiss her hand or her head and kind of pet her and stuff like that. It's really adorable to see the two of them together, said Scott during the interview. Scott also said he believed Parker and Piper Ray will have a nice relationship as they grow older, due to the fact they are only 2 years apart. Hopefully, it'll help them bond and be closer as they get older, said Scott to Collider. Drew Scott shared the sneaky way his toddler Parker already pranks his baby sister. At just 5 months, there's not a ton of ways yet that Drew Scott and Linda Phan's baby Piper can play with her 2-year-old brother Parker. But that doesn't stop Parker from making his own fun. The HGTV host revealed the prank Parker played on his younger sister, and it's such a classic big brother move. The Property Brothers co-host opened up about his kids' relationship in an interview with Us Weekly this week. It was a journey. At first, he was like, "Who's stealing my spotlight?" And then he said, it was almost like he was a little afraid of her, Scott recalled. He thought she was going to jump out and bite him or something, and then he started to get calm with her. It's gotta be challenging for a little kid to meet a new sibling like that, so we don't blame Parker at all. However, he did come up with a creative way to show his little sister who's boss. Then he started doing this thing where he was like, "Parker want to touch Piper." So we're like, "Okay, bring him close," Scott continued. He is like, "Oh." Then he goes whack in her face and we're like, "Don't hit your sister." Uncontrollable laughter was my first reaction as a mom of 3, because this is such an iconic move. Acting all innocent and sweet, then trying to whack the new baby. I've seen this film before. Still, this type of aggression could be a sign that Parker is jealous, and it seems like Scott and Phan handled it well. And now Parker and Piper are buds. The Don't Hate Your House with the Property Brothers star assured the outlet that Parker is so good with Piper now. He'll just be playing and he'll just stop. He'll run over to her, give her a hug and a kiss and say, "Love you, Piper," and then go back to what he does, he said. How sweet is that? In an article with POPL last month, Phan revealed that the best part of welcoming a new baby to the family was seeing the siblings bond. Yeah, seeing Parker as a big brother to Piper is pretty cool. At first he was a little unsure, and then now they seem like the best of buds, Scott told the outlet. Phan added, "I mean, there are days when it's like, oh, I don't know, can we return her?" That's what he thinks, but they're going to be best friends now. He seems to love his sister, Scott continued, and it seems like she's sort of picking things up fast watching him. She's only 5 months, but the look on her face when she just watches him is pretty sweet. Sibling spats will always exist, but nothing is stronger than a sibling's love, and Parker and Piper demonstrate that perfectly. A look inside Property Brothers star Drew Scott's Luxe home. When Drew Scott and his wife Linda Phan embarked on a house search, they were on a mission to create their ideal family home. Their aim was to find a property that was untouched and ready for them to infuse their personalities. Of course, the two's creative prowess came together to create a functional, yet beautiful space. Scott and Phan overhauled the home and planned their wedding at the same time, a daunting pair of processes. However, they noted that the distraction of the remodel made the stress of the wedding vanish, and the multitasking paid off. The revamped stunner reflects their welcoming personalities, commitment to sustainability, and a blend of their individual styles. Each space features its own unique look with pops of glam touches and nods to the home's Art Deco-era roots. The thoughtful design components are balanced with elements that make the space livable and hosting ready. As Phan explains to Us Weekly, home is wherever we're together and wherever we're with friends and family. Scott echoes his wife's feelings, saying they wanted to create the ultimate spot to host guests. He adds, "On a dime, our friends are allowed to just drop in and say hi." And with a look inside the pair's luxurious home, you'll see just how perfect it is to host those surprise guests. The living room creates a fresh and cheery first impression. The duo's bright and airy living room features lots of windows and a mostly neutral color palette. The sofa provides seating and grounds the space with its sleek lines and simple gray color. Then cream textiles, like the semi-sheer curtains and woven rug, provide a warm foundation. Bright white walls keep the space feeling spacious and provide the ideal contrast for the black framed windows. However, the two opted for plush green armchairs to add pops of color and tie together the biophilic elements. Gold accent furniture injects a touch of glam, while playing off warmer aspects like the herringbone wood floors. The house-shaped fireplace, original to the home, was a historical feature that Scott and Phan chose to keep. With a unique design, it adds architectural character to the modern space and serves as a conversation starter. To create a similar look, opt for a bright, yet welcoming, paint color like Benjamin Moore's Cloud White. Then anchor the space with a solid-colored, textural rug and a comfortable, neutral-hued sofa. To add a vibrant splash, look for options like Hulala's Velvet Accent Club Chair. Go green like Scott and Phan, or opt for an inky blue or statement-making mustard hue. Round out the room with touches like brass accent pieces, brushed gold wall art, and glam furniture like Design's glass-top coffee table. Scott and Phan's dining room is designed for hosting. When redoing the home, the couple bumped out the dining room's exterior wall to create a more spacious area for hosting. Situated between the living room and the kitchen, the dining room bridges the spaces and allows for unencumbered entertaining. This also lets the room accommodate a long, traditional dining table where the two can gather with many friends and family. The mostly neutral color scheme continues with cream textiles and plush seating balanced by a fun, glamorous gold light fixture. The wall of shelves, built by the Property Brothers, adds a polished way to display artwork. They're filled with perfectly curated yet casual accent pieces, including a bust of Drew himself. You don't have to knock down walls to create a dining room primed for hosting. First, figure out the perfect dining table size for your space and look for one with clean lines, similar to Scott and Phan's. You can also look for an extendable option like the Transformer dining room table that allows you to custom fit the piece to your space or the number of guests. Add upholstered seating to make the space functional, opting for easy-to-clean materials. And you don't have to be an HGTV star to create a wall of shelves. With IKEA's BioLite Bookcase Planner, you can configure the right combination to fill your wall, then pick up and assemble the necessary units for a custom built-in look. The couple's kitchen used to be an exterior space. However, the pair had it enclosed to create an airy epicenter where they could gather for meals and enjoy their views of the outside. The pair had one wall enclosed with an arching conservatory window, creating an impressive amount of natural light. A sizable island in the center anchors the kitchen and provides lots of room for seating and gathering. With 2 ovens and loads of working space, the kitchen is as functional as it is stylish. The room is thoughtfully laid out, and Drew explains that he's drawn to the symmetry created by the window and door flanking the custom oven hood. The iconic black and white color scheme is accented by gleaming gold scattered throughout the space. And the counter-to-ceiling backsplash of 3-dimensional tile creates visual interest and echoes the style of the Art Deco crown molding. If you're striving for a perfectly balanced kitchen, opt for design choices that offer both style and functionality, while making the space your own. Scott and Phan went with white cabinets and a black island to create a dynamic contrast. However, if the starkness is too much for you, opt for a more subtle charcoal island or one with a deep wood finish. Pendant lights like Machine's LED fixtures add task lighting to countertops and have the same glam vibe as the couple's. If you don't have room for 2 full ovens or don't want to tear into your wall to install them, look for options like GE Profile Double Oven Convection Range to give you more cooking capacity. The couple's bedroom is a relaxing retreat. As it should be with any primary bedroom, Scott and Phan have created a retreat that reflects their styles. During her home tour with HGTV, Phan calls the space sexy and cool, and that it is. The room is painted a sleek black, creating a cozy, immersive feel. Dark furnishings like a black dresser and side tables, a luxe cocoa-hued headboard, and deep wood nightstands further add to the vibe. Then the pair went with light bedding, layering throw pillows in colors that reflect those found around the room, tying it all together. a cream bench, and a gold-tufted pouf also balance the dark hues and add functional seating. To create a dramatic retreat of your own, take the plunge and go with an intense wall hue, especially if you have a lot of natural light. Tricorn Black by Sherwin-Williams is a sophisticated true black that's easy to design around. If you're not ready to take the black wall plunge, create an accent wall to try out the shade. When selecting furniture, stick to a color scheme of blacks and browns for an uber posh feel. This allows you to mix and match storage furniture, like dressers and nightstands, while still creating a cohesive look. Anchor your bed with an option like Safavi Mercer Collection's Arabelle Velvet headboard and pull the room's color scheme together with throw pillows as Scott and Phan did. Phan's craft room is a charming place to get creative. Scott tells us weekly, "We turned one of the bedrooms upstairs into a craft room. And it's an escape for Linda that she'll never leave." Pam adds that the room's decor makes for an inspiring space to dive into crafts and get creative. The room features toned-down maximalist decor with pastel hues and playful patterns. The lemon wallpaper creates a cheery atmosphere, while gold accents elevate the overall feel. The room is made functional with common-sense storage solutions that are fun and accessible. Various crafting supplies are kept in a cute, colorful cart and unique containers. The attached bathroom echoes the vibe with botanical wallpaper and playful artwork. To create your own inspiring space, designate a room or area and fill it with a style that speaks to you. If you love Pham's citrusy accent wall, this V-like lemon peel and stick wallpaper allows you to create a similar look with a low commitment. Then mix and match textiles and accent furniture in complementary colors. If you're working with a separate space, this is a perfect chance to break from the rest of your home style. Use that fun coffee cup that doesn't work in your kitchen to house your pencils. Or hang that quirky art print to instantly inject character into the area. The backyard is a family-friendly spot to soak up the sun. Before Scott and Phan bought their home, the backyard was overgrown and less than functional. However, they maximized the area by designating specific zones, each with a purpose. They were even able to get creative with the small footprint and integrate a pool into the design. On the covered patio they built, the couple created a grill area for cooking and a dining space for al fresco meals. Their son Parker even has his own pint-sized dining spot. The patio is lined with a glass railing, keeping an airy feel and allowing diners to take in views of the yard. In the back of the yard, Scott transformed the detached garage into a well-equipped home gym. No matter the size of your yard, you can get creative to make it fit your needs. Start by thinking about how you want to use the space, whether it be for quiet time outside or for entertaining. Then break the space into functional areas for things like gardening, seating, and for kids to play. If you have a patio or deck, purchase outdoor furniture in the right scale for the space to avoid any overcrowding. And if you're craving a pool but you don't have room, consider buying a hot tub or plunge pool, so you can still take a dip in your own yard. Scott and Phan's balcony is a perfect so-called hangout. One of the most impressive spaces in the Scott and Phan home is the rooftop deck. Of course, the property brother designed the space to be both stylish and functional. Composite decking is durable and eco-friendly, and a metal awning can be adjusted to let sunlight in or to provide shade. The rooftop features dining and seating areas that are perfect for enjoying meals with a view and hosting guests. There's also a portion with a hot tub, cold plunge, and sauna, giving the couple a mini wellness retreat. The area is filled with plants and features a privacy screen, creating an outdoor sanctuary, while still being perfect for taking in the views. When it comes to creating a similar space on your property, a little creativity might be needed. Taking advantage of vertical exterior space can help you make the most of a small yard. While an extensive project, adding a small seating balcony costs about $1,400 on average and can add value to your home. Or if your back door isn't at ground level, opt for a two-tier deck that gives you multiple levels of usable outdoor living space. The couple went green with some eco-friendly home projects. Scott and Pham obviously love a home that looks stunning, but they also strive to have one that's great for the planet too. The two embarked on a green home transformation. The overhaul included a new solar panel system to power the home and an electric heat pump for climate control. As Scott explains on his and Jonathan's YouTube channel, creating a clean and eco-friendly home is a priority when it comes to his family's living space. So they also switched from a gas stove to an efficient and carbon-free induction range. Additionally, they eliminated their gas fireplace, sealing it off with plexiglass to retain the charm without the toxins. There are projects, big and small, that you can complete to make your home more eco-friendly. Adding solar panels can increase your home's value and allow you to be more energy independent. The system can range from under $10,000 to over $30,000, depending on factors like your home's size and energy requirements. However, the investment can pay off, especially if you plan to stay in your home for a long time. You can also make small changes, like swapping your gas range for an induction one in the same size.